What is a reason to live? Because if I killed myself, then a bunch of girls who bullied me in school would post about me on Instagram about how sad they are and how nice they were to me. ND, those don't deserve to have the chance. This is actually oddly inspiring, ho ironic. Accept my silver for that play on words and be gone with ye. Yeah, that pun was a bit cheeky. To outlive your enemies. I'm here for that. To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women. To outlive your enemies, see their children work low-paying jobs, and their ex-wives receive unreasonable alimony. Pure poetry. One for me is music. Just when I thought my music was getting stale, this year I discovered my new favorite artist, and it makes me excited for what other amazing music I'll discover in the future. Music definitely keeps me going too. Who's your new favorite artist? Phoebe Bridgers DW, that new album is so good. I know, right? It's almost all I've listened to the last month. Hot showers. Just hot showers is all I need. Those are amazing in the winter. Conversely, a pool in the summer. Perversely, a hot tub in the winter. Inversely, winter the in tub hot a tersely, tub. For a while when I was really depressed, what kept me going was the small things. A video call with a friend, seeing my friend's cat, a great meal I was waiting for, a movie I'd been wanting to see. The small things eventually add up to a series of lived days, and the days become weeks and months and eventually years. It's all about the small victories to get you through dark times. Just gotta keep on keeping on. The big picture can be extremely overwhelming in tough times. It's day-to-day, minute-to-minute victories that can get you back on the right track. No doubt about it. The big picture is thousands of minute-to-minute victories. If being on track is just living your life getting by on the little victories, that isn't enough for me. Giggles. I've always thought it was the giggle. Now I feel like I'm doing it wrong. The what? How do appropriately named Redditors arrive on the scene where the username checks out? I'm glad you asked that. I've always been curious about that, and also when thousands of people show up on a random post like ufologists, what's the most difficult part about your job? You can die at any time, but once you die you can't go back to being alive. Also brownies. I don't even like brownies, but I was thinking about suicide. Thanks for saving me. Hey buddy, I hope you're doing okay. I've been there too. This is just in case you need it. Talk to someone, talk to anyone, just know you're not alone and people care. I was honestly afraid that was gonna be a rickroll, while the internet has ruined me. I thought it was going to be a link to the brownie recipe. Some good cinnamon rolls. I once ate a cinnamon roll that came out of the oven when I walked into the bakery. Now I understand why people give themselves diabetes. I make fresh cinnamon rolls maybe 2 or 3 times a year for special occasions. It's a very special pleasure. Do you have a certain recipe that you follow? How often do you make stale cinnamon rolls? Rip Wilford Brimley. For me, a big one is curiosity. About lots of stuff. Including what happens to the world in weeks, months, and years to come. Plus, there's always the possibility you might someday find joy in another person. But there's zero chance of that if you don't show up for it. I love this. In the words of a Lannister. Death is so final, whereas life is full of possibilities. And yet if that show had just had the good sense to off itself after season 6, I mean to be fair or right that the show declined a ton towards the end. To take care of your cat. Can confirm. Knowing I wouldn't be able to get up and feed the cats, thinking about how distressed they would be if I wasn't around anymore, was the only thing that stopped me some nights. My husband tells me how when I leave the house the blind one walks around crying for me. Totally gutted me thinking about him doing that and then never coming home to him. Are you feeling better these days? Aw, it's so kind of you to ask. Yes, I am, thank you for asking. I'm glad. You ever just step on a leaf and it's cronch? I also like just lightly kicking my way through leaves on the ground. Kicking my way downtown, walking light and I'm eastbound. Bleed GG Jejijit. And I need ya. Cyberpunk 2077 is less than a week from release. If it gets delayed again, I'll send you a message and make sure everything is okay. LOL cries in Elden Ring plus Hollow Knight. Silksong? Ooh, oh Elden Ring. Man, I can't wait for a new update about Silksong. I'm also waiting on Silksong. Raising a middle finger of defiance to whatever mental life problem makes one consider offing themselves. Spite is like 85% of my motivation to do anything. I read this as Sprite lol. Haha, also Sprite. I love Sprite. WANNASPRITE.